Hi guys, welcome back to another Prospectors Cash live stream this week. Um, Today, the topic is going to be talking about metal detecting accessories, and you guys can share what you use, and I'm going to share what my my system is for both water hunting and for land hunting. I'll show you all the accessories that I have, and I try to keep it as minimal as possible. I don't like carrying a lot of stuff out into the woods, uh, so I keep it as low as I possibly can. Hi there, John Wright. Looks like we got him in the room. We got Bill Weezer. We got Jay here. So we're starting to get a few people in here. But I want to talk about underwater detecting accessories and land hunting accessories. But before we get into all of that, hi NC Relic Hunter. Before we get into that, I want to talk about the subscriber appreciation giveaway. We're really close. We need 67 people. I'm trying to get it where you can see that on the screen. We need 67 more people. It's at 9:43. As soon as we hit 1,000, we're going to have a live drawing on the live stream, and hopefully that comes up here pretty soon. I'd like to, if we could get 67 more by next weekend, that would be the next live stream. That'd be awesome. And another thing I want to talk about, we have the Llano Treasure show coming up, and that show is March 23rd and March 24th. They call it the greatest little treasure show in Texas. You can find out more about that on the website they have there. The website is texastreasureshow.com. Once again, that's texastreasureshow.com. And we're going to have more information coming up here as we get into March. It's going to be a really good, big treasure show here in Texas. So hope any of you guys from Texas can get down here to Atlanta, Texas, to see that. A few weeks after that, we've got a big thing going on here. The solar eclipse is supposed to happen. I believe it's April 3rd here in Central Texas, and man, is this area, just all the RV parks are booked, all the motels are booked. They say there's going to be hundreds of thousands of people come here because this is where the the best view for the solar eclipse is coming. It's supposed to be here in Central Texas, so that's going to be kind of neat, and we're looking forward to getting that up. And so let's just get right into it. I want to talk about metal detecting accessories, and you guys can share what you guys use for accessories. I like a lot of different kinds of accessories for land and different accessories I use for underwater. But the biggest accessory that we have over here, and I'll just get it, is a good jigging tool. And this one right here was made in the USA. It is a Predator Phoenix, I believe it is. It has a T handle. I prefer the T handle over the ring handle. And also, I'll tell you why I like this shovel. This shovel here has, I don't know if you guys can see it, it's curved right here. So when a lot of them are straight, and when you dig and you pry back, it damages the grass on the back side, so you can't put a plug back in there and not have it look like that you weren't there. So I like this curved design because when you go into the ground and scoop, it kind of like goes under, so when you're prying the plug out, it comes out nice and neat, and it doesn't damage the grass that you're prying on. So this is my number one accessory. This is and I got links to products in the below if you guys are interested in seeing what they are. But this is the Predator Phoenix, and I believe they're around $90 for those. And that's my number one favorite digging tool. My second favorite digging tool is this guy right here. If you're trying to dig a real narrow hole and you got root bound or something like that, this digging tool, also a T handle. I don't know who this was made by. It looks similar to a Predator make. It might be made by, Phoenix make. It looks similar to what they would make. But I like this one right here. If you're digging like a deep hole that's shallow. Jay says he owns the Predator digging tool with a D handle on it, and that I haven't tried that D handle, but I like these because I can kind of grip it and drag it along behind me as I'm detecting. I know this is kind of water hunting, but it's not really water hunting, and this is controversial. A lot of guys have the ones with carbon fiber, and this one is about, oh God, it's at least 30 years old. It's built really solid. I actually had this custom built for me, and it's made out of stainless steel, and I put a nice soft handle up here, and I can just drag this along the beach. It's really heavy. It's about 10 pounds, and I'll tell you why I like something this heavy. If you're getting out into the surf, you can see this has been used a lot. It's got magnets in the bottom of it there to get your iron. It's really got a big opening on it. And I'll tell you why I like this one right here better than I do like the Extreme or the carbon fiber ones, is because it is heavy. If you get out in the surf with a lot of waves and the waves are pushing you around quite a bit, I find that a heavy digging tool is a lot better at weighting itself down, and the waves aren't pushing around, so it's easier to dig with a heavier digging tool than it would be one of those carbon fiber lightweights. Yeah, the carbon fiber lightweights are good, but I designed this one so I could just drag the bucket on the back of the ground and just drag it behind me. I just kind of have a clip on my belt that I clip this onto, and I just drag it from that belt behind me as I'm detecting, and I only pull it out when I detect. So the next digging tool I have is kind of unique. It's basically, you'll see here, this thing here is built, it's basically built out of a caulking gun. And all that happened is, instead of having the caulk tube up here, this is a muffler pipe with a handle on it up here. So when you go into the ground, just basically to use this, you push it down into the ground and you can work it around, and it cuts a nice 2.5, actually it's 2 3/4 inch plug. So you can pull the plug into here. And if you're on manicured ground, what I find is that this tool is really good. Like if you're on a golf course, this is kind of similar to the tool they use to make the holes in the golf course, and it's kind of works the same way. So if you're on a really light, where they've got sod and you're wanting to dig and you're not wanting to leave any hole or any trace of a hole at all, if you pinpoint really well, push this guy into the ground like so, and when you get ready to put it back in the ground, you just kind of work the handle like so, and what it does is it pushes the plug back into the ground. So it wouldn't work really well in rocky areas, but if you're on topsoil and a manicured lawn, this is the ticket. It will not leave a trace. Like I said, they use something similar to this on golf courses, and it's kind of fantastic in that they basically it doesn't leave any trace whatsoever. So this is a kind of a cool tool. I've used it several times when people call me out and they have a manicured lawn that they want me to find something for them, and it's a pretty good tool. As you can see, it only goes down probably 8 inches deep, but usually on a manicured lawn, nobody's lost nothing any deeper, or there's nothing to be found deeper than that. What I had a case where I used this is somebody lost something and I couldn't get out there right away, and I got out there 3 months later and they had laid sod over the top of where they lost it. So I actually, when I went to look for it, I didn't want to tear up their yard, so I used this tool right here and was able to recover it, and you couldn't even tell that I dug the hole. The next thing that everybody wants, I'll just bring both of these up here, is a good digging tool. And on land, I prefer the Gray Ghost Ultimate pouch. It's got a lot of pockets on it. You can put your digging tools and your all your stuff inside here, and these work really good on land, and this is my go-to treasure pouch. So if you're looking for a good treasure pouch, I love it. It's got like holes in the bottom so all the dirt will kind of sift and fall out. Every one of these pockets have holes in them so that if you got in water or something, it would work really good. But I prefer this one on land. The reason I don't use it underwater is it doesn't dry very fast, and it's kind of like I don't know, has a wet clothes feel to it. So I don't use this underwater as much. And to wear that pouch, I have a Core Essential. This is a really strong gun belt. It's like really super stiff, and have it adjusted to my size. So basically, this gun belt is what holds that pouch up, and I like this one because I can adjust it to whatever size I am, and then it just clicks right there with the pouch on this thing. It works really good. So a stiff gun belt like this, I think, is, you can see that's really stiff, is the way to go. I do, the other belts kind of are flimsy and they flop around on you, but I found that a really stiff belt works good. This actually, I said it's Core Essentials. It's actually a Vetter. I do have a Core Essentials that has a ratchet on it so that I can adjust how tight it is. But this one adjusts pretty easy. It's got a Velcro right here on it. You can see the Velcro, and you can adjust it. Once I get it adjusted to my size, I find it just stays the way I need it. And wouldn't go complete if you didn't have a good pair of gloves on land. Here's the ones I like. These are Mechanics gloves. You can pick up coins with them. I like them. They're you can see these are well used. But you want a good set of gloves so you don't cut your hands on glass and stuff like that. Hi there, Southern Relic Adventures. How are you? And so I use these gloves, and they go right along with the detecting pouch and stuff like that I was talking about. And I don't think any accessory would be complete without a good pinpointer. On land, I like to use the XP MI6 pinpointer. The reason I don't like this one underwater is XP has an issue with their caps on the top of these. If you screw them down, this one's never cracked, and I have used this one underwater. But I'm always leery because I've heard people having these caps crack, and when they crack, they leak water really bad. So I've kind of dedicated this guy as my land-only pinpointer, and you'll see I've got like a bungee on here. This is, I forget the guy's name. Maybe somebody knows it. He develops P-cord, and it's he's a veteran. He does a lot of stuff for he's a disabled veteran, and he makes these things. I think he's somewhere close out in North Carolina where he's from, but I don't know. I don't remember. You can just look up P-cord, I think is what the guy's name is. Any guys know who this is, let me know. But he's developed these. They really work great. I like them because when you drop them, they're real stretchy, and you can stretch them out and pinpoint your target. And they hold a lot better than those ones that have curly plastic wires on it. So that is my land hunting machines. And I'm going to stop right here and show you the brand new. I've never used it. This is the brand new MindLab Xterra Pro that we're going to be giving away. I'm going to be putting it back in that box and shipping it to somebody. We're going to be giving that away once again. We're going to give it away on a subscriber appreciation giveaway. Like I said, it's on you go to the main channel, Prospectors Cache, you subscribe, and you watch the video on there, and it tells you how to win this detector right here for free. Really nice detector. Somebody's going to really love that. And we're really close to 1,000 subscribers. We need, I believe it's 67 more subscribers, and we will hit that number. So be sure to like and subscribe and go to the video and watch that video on there, and we'll get it going. Bill Weezer says he uses a retractable lanyard, and yeah, I've seen those. It's got it winds it up kind of like a power cord. Hi, Ron. Ron E. Adventures is on here. Got him showing up here. So we got a few people coming in still, and I've already talked about a lot of accessories I use. I'm going to talk about the underwater accessories, and for underwater, none of them would be complete without my blue Nemo or my blue Nomad Mini that I'm supposed to be getting here when they come out and have more in production. I'm supposed to be getting one, I believe, at the early April, mid-April time frame. So, and the good thing about the system, if you've had a blue Nemo, the blue Nomad Mini will use the same batteries as the Nemo, but you can put two batteries in there and you can go 20 foot deep on the Nomad Mini, and this one's only good for about 10 to 12 feet. So that is a good unit. That's what I use underwater. And I forgot to mention on land, obviously, your headphones. I forgot to mention those. Choose whatever headphones you like. I like a full ear cup on mine. Some people like those little ones that come with the XP Deus. I don't personally like them. I like the full cups. Even if I'm sweating, I just like them because I can hear better. And that's my preferred one. And another thing on land that I use, I always put down, if I'm on manicure to land, I put down a little towel that I keep hanging on my pag. I put that down, clip it off there, and put that down on the ground so that when I shovel my dirt onto this towel, it will, I can just dump it back in the hole and not make a mess on the hole. So that's a good thing to use. Okay, so let's go back to the water. I know I showed you that I like the Gray Ghost for land. For underwater, I prefer this one from Detect Ed. It basically has two pockets here, and this is my goodie side. And inside this goodie side right here, it has one pocket on top, one here on the bottom. It has a ring inside the thing, so you can actually hook your rings as you find them. Just hook them right to this thing, so you have it double safe, and then you can put that ring. I'm gonna try to hold it up here where you can see it. It's like a ring thing. You just put it back in the pouch, hold your rings and your jewelry, which that's the main reason for water hunting, is you find more rings and jewelry. The only thing I don't like about it, if you notice it, I talked about the belt. This belt's floppy. I don't like it. That's the only thing I would change on it. It does have a little clip here so you can put your pin pointer on, and I'll show you which pin pointer I use underwater. But it's a good unit. I typically wear it up high. I actually clip it around my chest area up here. I like to wear them a little higher when I'm diving. So I clip them like under my arm here, and that way, it's easy underwater to just look down and put them right in there. Whereas on land, I can wear stuff a little lower. So that's my underwater pouch. My favorite pinpointer underwater is the Quest. This thing is actually deeper than XP MI6. It has the magic holster on it, so when you pull this thing out of the holster, it turns itself on. And the reason it's not coming out right now is I got a safety cap on the end of it. But I plan on making it the hole a little bit bigger on this pouch. I actually don't use the pouch. I actually put the pinpointer with a P cord on it inside my Detect Ed pouch, and so that's my preferred unit. This unit here will also show you ferrous and non-ferrous, similar to what the Nocta Accu pinpointer, I forget the name of it, IQ Point or whatever. But that's another good one. Is I like that Nocta, new Nocta. My friend David has one of those, and those are pretty good units. The next thing that I like, and I have the P cord on it as well, a little longer P cord. But what I did is, I went down to Ace Hardware. They didn't have any scoops I liked underwater. I didn't like them big square ones with holes in them. But I went down to Ace Hardware and I found this scoop right here. It's made for shoveling pellets into a wood stove. And it was solid. It didn't have any of these holes in it. So I went to my drill press and I drilled holes that were a dime and small rings would not fall through it. And this is really my go-to when I'm underwater. I really like this a lot better than a big bulky one. This works great. It's a 4-inch scoop that I made out of it's a 4-inch scoop that I made out of the pellet stove things. Hey, my good friend Marty Jones is on here, and then looks like he told his friend Martin Lawrence about it. They must be watching on Facebook. Hi, Marty. How are you? The next thing you got to have, especially if you're a YouTuber, and I love these masks. This is the Octo mask, and you'll see it has a mount up here where I can mount my GoPro up here, so I can do underwater videos. This GoPro mount's mounted right to the Octo mask. It comes that way. It's not an add-on. It actually comes with the scuba mask on there. So that's my favorite as a diver. I really like this Octo mask. And I love the ones too that are split frame. If you get one that's a solid piece of glass, they do sell it. It's just not as rugged for underwater, and especially for treasure hunting, you're on the bottom and you're bumping around and you cause leak. This is a rigid frame, the double, and it's low profile, so I have really good visibility with this thing. So that is my suggested mask that you use while you're underwater. And for gloves, I don't like those mechanics gloves. What I found works best underwater and you want gloves for hooks and stuff like that. I got these from Ace, and they're rubberized on one side. They work really good underwater, and the reason I like them is if you're down there with fishing hooks and stuff like that, you don't want to get punctured on your finger and that kind of thing. And these hold up pretty well to getting punctured. Plus, there's a lot of broken glass and stuff like that under the rivers here in Texas. So I really like that. So get yourself a pair of these Ace. They work really good. Other thing that you'll need is I'd strap this with all my cash and any important stuff. I strap this to my Blue Nemo and let it float up on the surface. This is just a box that I can put my stuff in. And I'm going to open it here so you can see it. It just latches. I have in there koozies and extra weight belt hooks and things like that. For floating down rivers, I carry inner tube tools that you can let your air in and out of your inner tubes and take the valve stem out. So that's cool. I do a lot of tubing rivers, and this is pretty good to strap to your Blue Nemo, or you can strap it to your inner tube, and they'll just float down the river nice and watertight, and works great. So one of my other favorite tools is the knife, and this is a Tusa Expert 2 knife. When you're underwater, you can easily get tangled up in all kinds of stuff. Now this has a safety latch on it, and you can actually push the safety latch and get your knife out underwater. mine's stuck with sand, I think. There we go. So I'm gonna have to clean that out. It's got sand in it. But it's a regular diving knife. If you get tangled up in fishing line, it's just an extra safety to have a good diving knife. So I always recommend you carry a really good diving knife. I've been tangled up in fishing line, and you get tangled up in 100-pound tests on the beach, and it really sucks. That stuff is really difficult to break, and it's easy to get tangled up and tethered to a dock or something where you can't get to the surface. So a good knife is always necessary. Plus, if some kind of, for instance, I got one time I got on the bottom and there was an anchor that was down there, and it was tied to the bottom, and I wanted to bring it to the surface, and this knife helped me cut the wire to bring that anchor to the surface. It was a nice big anchor, and I really liked it. So anyway, recovered an anchor using this thing. Pretty good unit. And lastly, the metal detector you guys know I use is the XP-2, but that's not what I'm going to talk about here. What I'm going to talk about is, I've got the regular headphones for the normal detector, and what I find is you can't hear with normal headphones. So I like these here, the bone conductor headphones that XP makes, but I've modified mine. You'll see I cut the piece that goes across the back of your head. I got a big head, and these things wouldn't sit flat. So I cut that piece on here, and I have these where I can slip them behind each ear. And the way I hold them in place is I put a diving hood on, like so, and strap it like that, and they're nice and secure, and you can hear a lot better using something like that. But it's just a little modification I made to these. I cut that back strap off so they fit a little bit better. So that is my total setup. Any of you guys have anything that you use, you can share that in the comments. I bet Southern Relic Adventures and NC Relic Hunter has some good tips and things that they use when they're out detecting for relics. Of course, there are all kinds of other people on here that detect. So, just different people use different tools, and those are the tools I use. So, looks like that we don't have anybody posting on here, and I just want to thank you guys that did stop in. We'll go down our list here of some of the people that stopped in tonight. We had John Wright here stop in. Bill Weezer, thank you. John, thank you, Bill. I appreciate you showing up. Jay, I appreciate you showing up. NC Relic Hunter, thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate it. We have Southern Relic Adventures that showed up on here, and I really appreciate his support of the channel and showing up. I sure do appreciate that. We have Ron E. Adventures on here. Hi, Ron. Thank you for supporting the channel. We have Marty Jones, who is a really good friend of mine, plays pool really well. Nice guy. And I've known Marty for a long time. When I say a long time, I mean a long time. Thank you, Lake Pilot. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate it. That looks like a nice drone that you have there for your deals. I really liked it, and I like drones. I really am looking for like a Mavic drone. I'd really like to add one to the channel, but they're kind of expensive, and then I don't know about the pilot's license and all that stuff. So Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna add a drone to the channel so that I can metal detect the area. I mean, put a drone up in the air over the areas that I go metal detecting. And Ron E. Adventure says cheers on here. And guys, that's about all I have for this week's live stream. We've been on here about 40 minutes. I just want to encourage everyone to talk to their friends, get somebody to subscribe so we can give away this MindLab metal detector back here. I'm going to be giving that away to one of my lucky subscribers. And this video if you go to the main part of my channel and you subscribe and watch the video, and you'll enter a keyword in off of that video in the comments. And once you enter that keyword in here, you could win this MindLab Xterra Pro metal detector back here. The one that there's a box to it. We're going to put it back in the box, and I just took it out because I'm doing videos on how to use it, and basically I'm doing a video on putting it together, how to use it, and all that good stuff. So that video will be coming out soon once I'm pleased with how it works. Lake Pilot says here you need a 107 to monetize your video, but it's not terribly hard to achieve. Yes, I know that's what I was talking about. Lake Pilot is getting a license to do it, and yeah, I'm gonna definitely want to monetize this channel to help pay for the cost of editing the videos and all my camera equipment, stuff like that. So far, all I've done on this channel is spent money. I really haven't made a nickel on anything. And I've spent a lot of money giving away stuff. We give away pinpointers and metal detectors and things like that. So I'm spending a lot of money on this channel trying to improve it and make it work better. So I want to thank everyone for turning out today, and you guys have a blessed week, and I'll see you next week. Hopefully we get 67 more people on here. That's what I think I need. I got 943. I need 67 new subscribers to hit my 1,000 goal. And if you guys have any friends, tell them about the channel, get them to subscribe and watch the videos. Watching the videos really helps me out too, because we get more watch time that way. And Ronnie Adventures, I think Ron is from Canada. I see a Canadian flag there. So Ron, you have a nice week as well, buddy, and thank you for supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. And you guys have a blessed week. Talk to you later.